know what I'm talking about? Slim it down. Oh, sweat. They swell, you know.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate y'all being here. Today's just going to be another chatty get ready with me video. I normally get ready right before I get ready to complete like a course or lesson, but I didn't feel like doing it today, you guys. I just didn't. I was like, this is my first day off and I just want to put some makeup on. So that's all I'm doing today and talking to you guys. So as you all know, I have my own online shop where I sell vintage and secondhand goods. I've been in Indiana since around the end of September and I've been having trouble finding items that are of high quality material and high quality in terms of condition. I decided to show you all what I'm looking for in terms of those things. So one of the things that I found while I was in Virginia was this shirt. It's made out of this heavier suede material, but it has these really cool appliques on the front and on the back. And I thought it was really interesting and unique and very well made, so of course I had to take it with me before I left. This is an item that I bought specifically for the store. I haven't processed it yet, meaning like I haven't cleaned it and I haven't repackaged it yet, but this is just to give you an idea of the kinds of things that I look for. They are so cool. I thought these were so beautiful. They're really heavy. I'm not sure if they're made out of some kind of glass or stone, and I think they're shot glasses, but like I said, they could be for cordials or some other fancy thing I don't know about. And I just thought this is exactly the type of item that I look for. Something that is practical in terms of things that you can use, but it also be aesthetically pleasing. So this is just one example. I wouldn't recommend keeping the box just because it's not in the greatest condition, but it was perfect for storing and shipping when it came time for that, when I was moving from Virginia to Indiana. So those were 3 items that I found. And it kind of gives you an idea of like the vibe that I'm going for. I look for a lot of natural materials like leather and solid wood, stone, ceramics, things like that when I'm looking for home decor items. Something that I found while I was here in Indiana is this, what looks like a handmade wooden box. And it's in pretty good condition. This is an example of something that I would not sell in my shop. It is in really good working condition, but it's very worn, visibly worn in a few spots. And on the interior, as you can see, there's a lot of dried hot glue on the inside. And basically, if I sold this, the customer would have to go through a lot of pains to restore it. So I kept it as a work in progress for myself. So how have y'all been? What's going on? I have just been racking up these hours, guys. Just getting as much overtime as I can. I'm hoping to be able to visit some friends in a couple of weeks. You all know that I moved, or may not know if you're new to the channel. Hey y'all! That I am new to Indiana. I wasn't raised here. I've never even been to Indiana before I moved here. When I moved here, it was for a job, not for any other reason. And if you're into hipster activities, craft beer culture, like their breweries and activities, really all I can say is everything there is to do is centered in Indianapolis. If you have a dog friendly, if you have a bike, if you're into cycling, haven't found a community that is more my speed. I found like the artsy parts that are like right outside of the main city, and that's where they have a lot of like vintage stores and like cafes and little specialty shops and stuff like that. But that's all that's expected to me. So I just wanted to say that for anyone who is like me, is starting again, you are in a whole new industry, you want to be in a whole new industry, you want to start a new phase of your career, you want to get back to who you used to be, or you want to be someone entirely different in your 30s, that's okay. And I'm here with you on that journey, so we're here together. Right now I'm in the middle stage where I'm doing a lot of work at my 9-to-5 and a lot of work in my business and a lot of inner work with myself, and I need to be somewhere that is not constantly like antagonizing to me. Like if I lived in New York City, I don't know what I would do. I need to have access to quiet. I'm not sure about the job market here. There are a lot of hospitals, colleges, universities, a lot of, like I said, farmland, Amish communities, but as far as like, there's the international, I think it's an international airport that's in Indianapolis. I'm not sure about, I'm not sure what the job market looks like here if you're looking for a job here to move, because I noticed that there are a lot of like articles and videos on moving to Indiana to save money. While the tax rate is low here, it's not cheap to live here. I'm just gonna tell y'all that right now. I was very lucky in the apartment that I found, but what they're asking for on average for what you're getting, and I don't have any pets, don't have any kids, you know, I'm child free. So actually this is a good topic to center this video on: hair. Curly textured hair in Indiana, specifically closer to Indianapolis. Finding a stylist is a nightmare out here. Number one, because in general, like in a lot of places, they don't know how to cut curly and textured hair and are not willing to say that. They're like, COVID shut us down, we need this money, so we will tell you, of course we know how to cater to your hair's individual needs. If you have multiple hair textures and you kind of are a little bit outside the box as far as what your haircut is and how you like your hair to look, it's going to be difficult for you to find someone to cut your hair. And that's what happened, y'all. I went to a couple of places because I was feeling very shaggy, very unkempt, and went in, you know, just feeling, I was just trying to be optimistic. I was like, they said they got me. I specifically asked about this, telling them about my hair length, what I wanted in my service that day, and left feeling worse than when I went in. And, you know, wait a couple months, wait for it to grow out, and then trying a different place that had these really great reviews online, and people are like, oh, they took such good care of my curly hair. Looking at the photos, like, okay, maybe. No. I've had salons say that they could not book me for an appointment because my hair was too short. When I described my hair length, because sometimes they want to get like a pre-consultation from you, find out what your goals are and what your hair texture is like. And a few months ago when I was looking, my hair was shorter, And they said, oh, we can't book you for an appointment. We can't guarantee that you'd be happy with your haircut, or we couldn't guarantee the integrity of the service because we don't have clippers. We only use scissors here, and your hair is too short for us to cut. Guys, I didn't know that was a thing. I knew that there were some like natural hair salons that would not book you if your hair was bleached, or if your hair was relaxed and you were not coming in for like the big chop or something like that, that they wouldn't even make an appointment for you. So that was disappointing. Or I'd call another salon and they would not respond to voicemail messages or emails, or the phone number was, I don't know, maybe a Google Voice number, and they just were not active on that number. I don't know. So I've given up for right now, and I'm just kind of letting it do its own thing. So then I found some independent stylists that were not necessarily attached to a shop. They're booked. They're booked through the end of this year. They are not accepting new clients, and they are very sorry, but they are booked solid through next year. I was like, oh no. Oh no. I was like, I'm gonna have to learn how to cut my own hair. And I didn't even check what next year looked like, because I was like, okay, the cost is already so high. And don't get me wrong, like the photos, I was like, this is exactly who I'm looking for, and this is exactly why her price is set where it is, which I'm not mad at all. I'm just like, I ain't got it. No, I do not. Also, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but if there is a salon that does offer like haircuts and services for people with textured hair, there's a whole separate like price tier for that. Like I'll see, you know, men and women's haircut prices are separate, which has always bugged me because men's haircuts are always cheaper, and you know, women, men, and children's haircuts always separate. And then there's like a separate cost for curly haircuts. So if you call in, or if you check out the website or whatever, there's like a whole separate price, and it's usually more than the typical haircut for men or women. And I was like, I see you, and I don't appreciate that at all. It shouldn't cost more to get my hair cut just because I have curly hair. That really bothered me. I was like, no, I'm not paying y'all more to cut my hair because it's curly. I just wanted to give you guys an update on what it's been like for me living here in Indiana. You know, what's been coming up. Not much, as you can tell. And if you guys have any questions or, you know, recommendations for me, that would be awesome. Please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.